Good afternoon everyone. We're in the garden today because I want to document our patio renovation. We're kind of midway through it. You can kind of see some building work happening behind me, and I realised that I need to pick up the camera before things start to get interesting so that I can share it with you. We've been doing our garage recently for the last about 6 months. There was a big delay with the garage with the windows and stuff, and we knew that we wanted to create a patio outside of our new living space. We have this big area of bushes and flowers, not even flowers, it's a flower bed, but it was not really being utilised to the best of its ability. And we have a huge garden, so we always thought that that space could be used better, and it was just getting overgrown. It was just another thing to deal with. So we decided we're going to take it and turn it into a new patio space and really make the most of the outside of our garden. At the minute we have a beautiful terrace that is gravelled, as you can see, but it's actually quite narrow. The table that we have, if you have chairs around it, you can't really walk past, and it's the sort of, do you hear the pheasant? It's the sort of width that is more of a walkway than somewhere that you can put a table and a barbecue, and we just think it'd be so fun and so amazing to transform that space into a patio because it's wide enough and it can be sort of out of the way, so this can be used just to walk, and we're going to patio it so it's not gravel anymore, so that we can have a solid surface so that I can walk outside barefoot and it's more comfortable. And it's going to be such a great transformation. I'm so excited. We do have a decking area, which I'm looking at right now, which we really like. So it would just be great to have a different space. So yeah, I'll show you what we're at now. Hopefully I'll put some pictures on the screen as I was talking then for you to get an idea of what it was looking like before. But I'll show you where we're at now and what's been going on. We had some dramas, so stay tuned. So I thought I would start here so you get a general feel for our garden space. So this is our deck area. It's got our garden furniture on it at the minute because of doing the patio, and it's got our inflatable hot tub. This decking is a bit dirty right now. Definitely need to clean it, but this space again was quite tight to fit the table that we have, and it probably looks bigger on camera, but it's quite tight to fit like 8 people around a table. So we thought we would make the most of the space over here. So you can see that currently we have this terrace, which is so lovely, outside the full length of our garden. They've started to pull it up on this end. It's gravelled, but the width of it is quite narrow. So this table is our table, which is quite a small table really. When you have chairs around it, you can't really, it just doesn't work, doesn't fit. And this, as you saw, used to be a big area of bushes and mess. So we're going to use this as an amazing space and properly make it into something that we can use for parties and be with friends and family and make the most of it. So they've removed all of the stone. That's our garage that we've just renovated. They've removed all the stone because there was a stone wall here, and instead of using stone we're going to be using sleepers, just because it's a lot cheaper. They would have had to purchase a lot more granite to build up this wall. That granite instead is going to be used to rebuild this wall because they're currently trying to remove the soil to level it. So we'll have a lovely Cornish style wall all along here, and then it will be cornered off. Well, I don't know if it's going to be this big, but it'll be cornered off with sleepers across here, and they will match the garage as well, so it will kind of tie it in. And then we're going to patio it all the way here and then all the way across. And let me tell you, I'm excited. So stay tuned. Let's watch the process. Hopefully I'll be giving you lots of updates. As I'm not doing it myself, I'm not sure how much I want to capture. I'll definitely ask the builders and say, do you mind me filming a time lapse or do you mind me capturing it? But yeah, hopefully I'll show you lots of updates. We've had quite a few dramas with our septic tank, as with everything with this house. Things have been left and the septic tank was blocked and full, so we're going to have to get new pipes, and it's going to be quite expensive to fix because we're going to need new pipes over there, new pipes under here. It's all going to have to be dug up into trenches. Not something we expected. However, we're glad that we're uncovering it now before we patioed it, and then we'd have to rip it all up again. So we're solving a problem. It's our forever home, and Roxy is coming to say hello. So yeah, I'll show you the next update hopefully tomorrow or in a few days' time, because they're really going to get stuck into this. So today they have completely dug up this trench, and as you can see, this is where our issue lies. The granite was just on top of that and it's made a huge hole. This is going to all have to be replaced. It's a rubber pipe, and they're going to have to dig up our entire patio. That's going to have to be moved all the way to this drain here. Oh, the joys of owning an old house. But at least, I think I said this yesterday, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, at least when it's done, it's done. Our patio will be finished and there won't be any issues with our septic tank, and all the pipes will be flowing properly. We're going to also have to do work in the driveway, because the gutters there are allowing gravel and rainwater and leaves into the septic tank, so that's all going to be sorted as well. Good evening everyone. I know that the last video I shared with you, I was talking to you about our septic tank issue, and this video originally I planned to be a kind of before and after, like our patio and sharing all of the details, but things have escalated and that probably won't happen for quite some time, and I'll explain why. So this is definitely a part 1, and there'll be a part 2 hopefully when this patio is finished and it isn't in the state that it currently is, because it's going to be a couple months, maybe longer. I don't know if it'll be done until the summer. And I know lots of you follow me on Instagram and probably have seen kind of some of what's happened. And I feel like it makes more sense for me to update you in the middle. So this is part 1. As you can see, we no longer have a patio at all. Roxy is over there. All of our pipes have been dug up. I don't know if it was like this before. I don't think it was. And it's bad news. All of this has been dug up. And then they have made quite a lot of progress over here, which is positive. But the issue that we've had is we had some people around to look at the drain and the septic tank, and basically we need a new one and we're going to have to move it. It's kind of the worst case scenario that I wasn't hoping for. We were hoping just to change the pipes and kind of fix things with what we've got, and that's just, it's something we could do, but it doesn't have the longevity. And if we're going to be putting a patio over where the septic tank is, then there's no guarantee that in 5-10 years time, Roxy is trying to escape and now I've put her inside. You can see her poking her head out. Yeah, if we were to fix the septic tank, then there's no guarantee that in 5-10 years time there won't be more issues again and it get blocked again, and then we have to rip up our patio. So we've been advised the best thing to do is to move the septic tank and just cover these, block this pipe up and reroute the pipes. So we're going to have to put the septic tank on the other side of the garden. This is going to be a ridiculous amount of money, and it is a cost that we didn't have in our budget. So it's going to mean that lots of other things that we were wanting to do are going to have to be delayed. Like we wanted to do our gutters and our soffits and fascias up here, because they're all kind of ruined by the wisteria, and they're old, they need changing, and that's going to have to wait. And but it's just one of those things, and we do own a very old house, and it just needs maintenance and needs fixing up, and once that's done, then you know, we can be safe in the knowledge that we've basically fixed everything. At this point, it's been the electrics, the plumbing, the windows, the septic tank, the oven, the fireplaces, the roof on the garage. Like we will have fixed everything. And it does make me sad, but it's just one of those things, and we'll get it done, we'll get through it. Lots of you guys were so nice on Instagram, just sort of saying, it's so good that you've figured this out now and it's a positive thing. So I'm just trying to look at it as a positive thing, and we're going to shop around, get a few quotes, because the first quote we received was eye-watering. So yeah, and hopefully we'll find a solution, and hopefully we'll basically focus on finishing the garage, and they're going to get the patio to a point where it's nearly there but not patioed yet, because obviously they'll have to do lots of work on the drains and stuff. I can show you what they have done, which is quite nice though. So we've got sleepers in, and this huge pile of our granite, which we're going to use elsewhere. But you can see they've put the sleepers in down here, and they match our garage wood, which will over time it will soften and go sort of grey. Look at this dog, she just climbed through the cat flap. Roxy, you're that desperate to be with me. So yeah, these will sort of weather over time and be more like this colour, so it'll kind of tie into the rest of the garden. Look at her, she's such a beast. Stop trying to escape. And I really love it. I just think it's going to look great. So obviously those posts won't be there for support, they'll be chopped down, but it's interesting how much it slopes. Like, look how much it goes into the ground. And then we're going to have some steps in the middle, some steps down onto the garden, and then they will finish with the granite going across here as well. And it's just going to be a really great space to have our seating area. We can have a barbecue one day. I'd love to build an outdoor kitchen. Roxy, come here. Roxy, come on. We have barriered this all up and she's still determined. Come on. Come on, here. So there's the update. Sorry, I kept on getting interrupted by Roxy trying to escape. There's the update. It's not the best, but it's also a good thing that we figured this out now. And our garden now just looks like this. But it won't look like this for long, hopefully. Unfortunately, this part will look like this for a while, but that hopefully will look a little bit neater over time. And we can, I don't know, there's so many things we can do with this. We can put loads of pots and make it look really beautiful. And yeah, I'm seeing the vision come to life. As much as it is a mess, it will get there in the end. And if you want to see the garage update, I think that's going to be in like one main video, because the progress is quite slow just because of all of this drama, and there's just so much other things happening that builders are toing and froing, doing other stuff. So yeah, hopefully next week though, well not next week, the week after that, they can focus on the garage, and that at least can be something that we are excited about being done. Good afternoon. I just broke one of Alex's favourite mugs. I feel so bad. I got it for him as a present as well. It's absolutely freezing today. Hey Robbie, should I put you on the bed? Zeus is enjoying the sun. The weather right now in the UK, if you watch any vloggers, they're probably talking about it, because one minute it's freezing cold, the next minute we're having a mini spring heat wave, and now it's really beautiful and sunny. Like, I woke up this morning, looked out the window and I was like, oh my goodness, it's such a nice day. And you can see horses outside our window. There's a field opposite where you can see horses. And I just stopped in my tracks and I was just like, oh my gosh, this view. I'm so lucky. And then I stood outside and I was like, oh my goodness, it is freezing. Anyway, that's not why I came on here to talk about. I didn't come on here to give you a weather report. I realised that this video, I didn't like finish it, or I guess because things have kind of halted with our septic tank issue, there's not much to share until we get that resolved. They've built up the sleepers a bit, the garage is on its way. I was so happy today that we got a phone call from our carpet company that we bought our carpets from, saying that they had arrived so we can book in our carpet fitter, which is really good timing, because I think today they're finishing off the painting in the garage. Maybe I can share with you as well some of our plans for the upstairs, because we just finished doing the spare bedroom, and that's a video that you're going to see soon, hopefully. And it has really inspired me to want to do the rest of the house, because it is so doable by the two of us. So starting with this bedroom, when I come in here, I just feel like it just is not, I don't know, it just is not cozy or comfy. It just feels very like we've done nothing, which we haven't. So these little animals love it in here. But yeah, the colour on the walls is fine, but our bed is fine. I want to reupholster it. My plan is to like reupholster this and then wallpaper in here, because it just looks like we just chucked everything in and there's nothing inspiring to it. And you can see all these massive holes in the wall from, I think that they used the TV used to be here and we moved it to the middle, but then the cables haven't been trunked or anything, so we need to sort all of that out. And I really want to wallpaper in here because That would be really, really fun. And I'll put on screen the wallpaper I'm thinking of going for, the vibe. And then maybe a pattern headboard or like a block colour, because this is quite grey. So that's what I'd like to do in here. And then obviously, you know, the bathroom. Have I shared that on my YouTube channel about our bathroom situation? I don't know. So this bathroom, it looks so lovely in videos and it was a real selling point for us in the house. But there are quite a few practical issues. There's a hole behind the bath. I'll show that in a second. The shower does leak quite a lot because it's one of those walk-in showers that doesn't have a door, which I know lots of people like. I personally don't really like it because I feel like I get a bit cold in the shower. It leaks, if you get any spray, it kind of leaks onto the floor, which I just find annoying. The plastering in here, I feel like it's a bit of a DIY plaster job, and they've got like an LED, there's an LED strip around the top, which is not my sort of thing. So we just need to like rip it all out basically, make sure it's waterproof and start again. We've got all of our bathroom products from Burlington. They all arrived and we were gonna do the bathroom, and then other things happened with the outside that it kind of didn't happen. But I think that when the garage is finished and the septic tank is on its way, the builders could do this bathroom. We can just rip it all out and start again. I really want to start fresh because I want to make sure that everything is waterproofed properly. So you can see behind the bath, the literal hole in the ground. Like that's a hole, and if you stick your head down there, well, not stick your head, I've stick my phone down there to see what's down there, and it is literally just the floorboards. You can see what I'm talking about with the plastering. If I show you up close, not ideal. I guess, is that some kind of, I think that's kind of filler. You can see the lines for the plaster, but I don't think we're gonna plaster it. I think we're gonna tongue and groove it like our old bathroom, but they've done that here, you can see. I just can't deal with this kind of thing. It needs to all be neatened up. Yeah, that little gap has the LED light. The shower leaks in this corner and down here. So you can see the sort of mould sort of growing. And we're going to kind of change the layout. So the shower cubicle will go here, but it will be a bit smaller. But it will feel bigger actually, because it will be a bit bigger than that. But the minute when you shower, kind of, you can only really use this space anyway, so this is kind of pointless. So the toilet's going to go here, bath will remain here, and then we'll have enough room for a double sink. And then this will be just a space because it's kind of in the way when you come in the door. So this will just be, well, there'll be the double sink, essentially. And then we won't have this, we'll just have tongue and groove around. And I'm excited for a fresh start in this room. And I've got to decide on the flooring, that's the one thing, the tiles. Though we've got all of our other stuff. There's a little sneak peek of our makeover in there. Don't know how good that was. This is going to be interesting to show you. So this is the Instagram versus reality for you. So this is our dumping ground. That's our double sink that I just talked about. And that's the base for our bathroom unit. That's our new bath. And this has just become a dumping ground. When we cleaned out the spare bedroom, spare bedroom to make it over, there was like stuff that needs to go in the attic. These need to go in the attic. That's a birthday present for Alex. This is some PR I got sent recently, and all the PR I just put in this wardrobe. And then this is a duvet that we need to put vacuum pack. I brought it out because I bought some vacuum pack plastic. And this is where we hang our laundry. So it's just kind of one of those rooms that's become a room that we just kind of put everything in here and think about it later. This room, I don't imagine we're going to do anytime soon, though I kind of want to do it before Christmas. Like I said, since doing that spare bedroom, I feel like there are certain rooms that we can do ourselves. This room, it already has the coving up, and that was the most tricky part of our spare bedroom. So I definitely think that we could just do this room ourselves completely 100% and just get the electrician to fit a new light. Because I want to paint this, well, I've not decided. Let me know if you have any fun ideas. It's a north-facing room, and we painted our spare bedroom setting plaster by Farrow and Ball, which was perfect because it's really warm, and the lighting in there is just, it's insane, because this feels quite cold when you come in, and that room now, when you go in there, it has a glow to it. So it really has made me realise that these rooms definitely need a warmer toned colour, and I kind of want to have colour up here. So maybe I don't know, I was thinking blue, but then blue is not warm, is it? I don't know. maybe another room with wallpaper, or maybe I don't know. I'm gonna have to start putting some things on Pinterest, or you guys let me know some ideas, and then we can actually make this room a lovely spare bedroom for Christmas. And there is a bathroom, a little ensuite bathroom, but that's probably the last thing we'll do in our entire house, because I don't care about that. That's a newly installed bathroom, even though it's pretty broken already. That's not an important thing at the minute at all. So I think that a good little makeover in here would definitely be on the cards after we've done our bedroom. I'm kind of feeling like every other month we'll renovate a bedroom, just to give ourselves a project to do. And this room, again, this is super messy. Please, I'm going to pick up a few of these things because that's just embarrassing for me to show this on YouTube. But because we did our spare bedroom, I just can't be bothered. I don't know. You end up moving things around and then rooms get messy and they just aren't. This room is normally like always so tidy. I keep it so tidy in here, but because we put stuff in here when we were doing that room, I just, out of sight, out of mind. So that's the dress I'm wearing for a wedding next week, and that's the mattress that we've moved out of that room, because we have plans to make this into another spare room, because at Christmas, the number of people who stay here with our family, we need another bed, and that's what we're thinking of doing in here. We want to do a DIY project with these IKEA wardrobes. I've seen it where people make it look like it's built in, and that would be really cool to add coving and make it look like it's built in, and add like a piece of MDF here so it's all attached. And also maybe think about doing something with the insides, because some of these drawers don't work too well. They're a bit clunky. I think you can change them out though. I think you can literally do everything with these wardrobes. So I think we'll strip them and then redesign them to be just how we want them. And then, as you can see, we have our Burlington shower stuff here. Our Peloton here. This Peloton is going into the garage when it's finished. These I need to sell or get rid of. I think a friend of mine said she might want them, so I need to message her and check if she wants them still. And this room again, it's just another sort of box room that's just, it just feels like it's dying. I sometimes look at rooms as being alive or dead, and this room feels like a dead room. And there's a bin liner of clothes that Alex needs to try on that our brother-in-law gave us. I don't feel inspired when I come in here. I would really love to come in this room and feel like, oh, this is my like dressing room, and it feels cozy, and I feel like I can get ready. I want to have like a really girly chandelier. There are little niggling thoughts in my head where I want to knock through this wall and make it one big room, and then this become our master suite, because it's got an ensuite bathroom, and then you could have like a bedroom and then a sort of a dressing area. But I don't know. I can't make my mind up about it. I know that there are ways where you could just add, like, as in you don't have to knock through the wall. You could block off this door or create a little hallway. So you could finish the hallway here instead. Let me try and explain myself. You could finish the hallway there, so that goes into that room, and then it just becomes one big room. Or you could do it where you block off this, that's the entrance, you block off this, and then to make it less expensive, you just create, I guess, like a opening here, and then it's like one room. Because I do have kind of dreams about having a room that you have like your bed and then you can look outside, but then I don't know, because our room, the room that's our master bedroom, the reason we chose that as our master bedroom is because it's south facing. Otherwise we would have chosen the room that we just renovated, because it's not as beautiful in the mornings, and I just love that morning light. Yeah, it is the smallest out of all the bedrooms. This room, well no, this is the smallest room, this is the dressing room, but the two south facing rooms are the smallest because they're the ones that are on the side where the bathroom is. Do we create a whole like new area for us that's just like one massive room? And I know some people might say, well, don't do that because it will decrease the value of the house because it becomes a 3-bedroom rather than a 4-bedroom. But the thing about this house is I don't see myself ever moving. I hesitate to say it because I know how much people change over time. And I've said things in the past where I'm like, I feel this way 100%. And then I change my mind, and your life changes. We may need to downsize in the future. We may, I don't know, have to move because of a career change. We may have to move when we one day have children, they grow up and they move somewhere else. I don't know, and I can't predict what will happen in the future. But we do have our office, which technically is another bedroom in a way, because that's like a studio which has a kitchen and a bathroom and a bedroom. Basically, I think I need to speak to my brother-in-law, who is an estate agent and a valuer, and ask him if that will make a difference to the house price, or if in this type of property it doesn't really make a difference because you have the outdoor space, because you have the garage we've just renovated, because we've got a bigger garden. Having less bedrooms actually doesn't matter. And also, one day will I kick myself if we end up having... No, I don't ever imagine having more than 2 children. But then what if people want to stay? There's so many decisions you have to think of, and I'm rambling so much now, but there's so many decisions you have to think of when you try and renovate with the future, because it's quite a permanent thing. I know it's not permanent because you can change it back, but I wouldn't want to spend that money and then have 2 children in the future and then think, well, there's actually no spare bedroom for anyone to stay in when they come to visit. That would be annoying. So I just don't know. But then maybe by then we wouldn't need a separate office space, because maybe we'd be fine just working from home in the house, and that could become the spare bedroom because it's like a whole studio space. It would be fine. So there's just so many things to consider. I have to speak to Alex about it. Part of me just wants like a really big master bedroom that you could have like wardrobes and do a whole renovation. And also another thing, I'm spilling all the beans on our renovation plans today. We had always intended to do like an extension to join the office to the house. But because we did our garage renovation and that's like attached to the house, I wonder whether I actually want to do it, because that space is so useful to have a separate kitchen, a separate toilet that is not connected to the house where it's an office, because having that separation is so important in your work and your life balance, and all of that energy to renovate when I'm not entirely sure the benefits. And I think that's what you have to think about with renovations. Like when we moved in, there was just so many ideas I had. Like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do everything. And then when it comes to it, and when you're actually living in the house and there are all these expenses that we're obviously seeing now with the septic tank issues and with all the other issues we've had, you're a little bit like, is it worth it? What benefit will I gain? And will that be worth it in the long run? Or could I find something that would give us those benefits without having to spend that kind of money? And then I'm kind of beginning to think that just sorting out our utility room and just renovating the office as it is would be good enough, because what would we be gaining from extending and then building it upwards to create another like room or something would just be like, we were thinking of extending and then making it a double height extension so that we could have another like bedroom space and make it like a master suite. But that would just be so expensive, and I just don't know if I can hack it or that I even care when we have this in the house and I can use this space. So there's lots to think about. Let me know your opinions. I really actually will find this helpful. Let me know all of your opinions and thoughts on the stuff that I've just talked about. If you've done similar, or if you just want to share with me what you think, please do. I can have a proper think about it. My gut is that I don't want to do the extension and I want to make this into one big room. And I don't really care about it being 3 bedrooms because all the bedrooms are tiny anyway. And it's similar to our old house, our old cottage, when we made one of the bedrooms into a bathroom. It didn't really matter. I mean, that was a smaller scale, but it didn't really matter because that type of house, I don't know. So I need to actually, I'm gonna message Tom now and I'll see what he thinks. Also, it makes me excited because if we did make this into one big room, then I wouldn't have to think about an extension, and the house would be finished so much sooner and I could just enjoy it. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. It's been 12 minutes. I might actually end the video here because there aren't any other updates I can share with you, and I'd hoped, obviously, like I said at the start of this video, that it would be a bit more fun and there would actually be things to show you when it comes to the septic tank. But hopefully hearing the plans for the house was fun enough, and stay tuned for the spare bedroom makeover. Make sure to subscribe, and anyone who hates it when I do this in videos, I'm sorry, because I know some people, they like more showing, less talking. I know that's annoying, and I really would like to see more stuff happening, but sometimes on YouTube I've got to put a video up and I don't have anything to show you. So I can't. So this will have to do, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.